What's going on, Legacy Wellness Team? I'm going to be going over a few reasons why the plant-based diet is way better at fat burning than a ketogenic diet. I had some notes here that I outlined, some things that I wanted to talk about, so I'm gonna just dive right into it. So I know a lot of us have always seen, hey, you need to be on a ketogenic diet in order to lose that excess body fat, feel better, be the best version of you. But I wanted to let you know that that's all BS. Why would you want to eat a whole bunch of inflamed animals that will make you inflamed and make you feel awful? So most of the time when people are speaking of ketogenic diets, they're talking about high fat diets, literally filled with animal-based products, with butter, with dairy, with eggs, and high fat content, and having so much fat every single day. So I'm going to give you a few reasons why that is not the best thing that you should be doing for your body. So the first point that I really wanted to hit is, first and foremost, plant-based diets improve insulin sensitivity by 25 to 30% within 2 to 4 weeks due to reduced saturated fat and increased fiber. So if you're looking at the studies and you're looking at saturated fat intake, so many of us are inundated with so much processed foods, eating this fake food in general. Anytime you're eating chicken, that's a fake bird. So when you have a high levels of saturated fat, where do you think all of this excess body fat and fat that you're eating is going to go? Inside your arteries. You don't want to have a diet high in saturated fat. That is the worst thing that you can do. I know they say eat fat to burn fat. No. I'm not a proponent of that. Anytime I'm eating a high fat diet, I don't feel my best. It's the worst thing that you can do. And lower insulin levels means that your body can access stored fat more easily. Animal fats and proteins cause prolonged insulin elevation. So when you actually eat animal protein, it actually spikes your insulin. And that's one thing a lot of people don't tell you. They think it's just because you have high protein, but animal protein in general can spike your insulin. Studies also show that plant-based dieters lose weight faster and keep it off longer than keto dieters after initial water weight phase. So we all have glycogen stores in our body. When you deplete your glycogen by going on a ketogenic diet, let's just say you're running, you're jogging, you're working out, you're depleting your glycogen stores. Most of the time, when you go keto, you do lose weight, but you only lose weight because you're now depleting those glycogen stores, and it's like fake simulated weight loss. It's not real weight loss. The best weight loss is when you're actually losing body fat and not just losing water weight and losing mass in general. The next thing that I want to talk about is fiber feeds your beneficial bacteria that's produced in your gut, and it signals to the fat cells to release stored energy. So if you don't know, your second brain is inside of your gut. That's why they say when you feel better and you're eating better, you do better. There's a direct correlation between your gut and your brain. When you're eating bad foods, have you ever felt more depressed? Have you ever felt more down? Have you ever felt like suicidal or depression at all? It can literally shift how you feel depending on how you fuel your body. When you're on a plant-based diet, not only is it easier to be satiated and to burn that excess body fat, but you'll feel better because now you're feeding your gut the good fiber that it needs and feeding that good gut flora. The next thing is that the thermic effect of plant protein versus animal protein is a lot different. Your metabolism is on fire when you're eating plant protein. On fire. Yes, it's the most thermic macronutrient that you can eat. Yes, you have carbohydrates, protein, and fats. When you're eating protein, your body has to work so hard to burn that fat down. So when you're eating plant protein, because it's normally binded with that fiber, your body has to work 20 to 30% harder to break that protein down. So you're burning even more fat while you're burning that protein down. Your metabolism is just going crazy. Every time I'm like on my vegan kick and I have days where I kick my protein up crazy, I feel like I can't stop eating. Like I can't stop eating at all. And it's because I'm eating so much protein and it keeps on digesting and the thermic effect gets crazy and I get hot and I have so much energy and I keep on going. So that's just one thing I've noticed when I increase my protein as a plant-based vegan athlete. Another reason why it's so better than the keto diet is because the volume that you have is way better than eating a ketogenic diet. When you have fats, if you don't realize it, carbohydrates are 4 calories per gram, protein are 4 calories per gram, and fats are 9 calories per gram. If you're eating a really, really high fat diet, which diet do you think you're gonna have more food on? The ketogenic diet where you're eating predominantly fat? Or a plant-based whole food diet? Obviously the plant-based diet where you're adding in your protein, your carbohydrates, because you can eat a lot bigger volume of food because you aren't having so much fat every single day. Your meals might be dense, but they're so small, you don't have any energy, you feel more lethargic, and your body has to go through so many different strenuous things just to digest that fat, and it's not the best thing for you. Another thing that makes the plant-based diet a lot better than the ketogenic diet is you get to have a lot of foods that are high in water content, like watermelon, cucumber, tomatoes, leafy greens, and they fill you up with those minimal calories, which is what I was talking about. When you eat a big bowl of watermelon, you will you will feel satiated. Like, you'll feel the best that you ever felt because you're getting the natural water, H3O2, that your body needs, that is actually designed for you to eat. When you're eating a whole bunch of steak and chicken and beef, like, there's no water content. You're not going to feel like, oh my gosh, I feel great, I feel satiated. No. You might feel good temporarily because you're just on a high and you're ravenous and you just want meat, but no. The next thing is having 15 to 20 grams of resistant starch daily through cooled potatoes, overnight oats, and legumes can really, really help keep you satiated and help balance your gut biome as well. So overall, in general, when you are on the plant-based diet, you have a larger variety of foods that you can have rather than the traditional keto diet. And yes, you can be keto while you are plant-based. I recommend everybody try that for short durations of time, but if you do it on predominantly nuts and on predominantly avocados and healthy fats. Don't do it on a bunch of oils and processed foods. That's not what you want to do if you are going to try a ketogenic approach. But I'm talking about the traditional meat, dairy, normal, nasty ketogenic diet. Stay away from that. That is not the best way to burn fat compared to a whole food, plant-based vegan diet. The next thing I want to talk about is that there are so many natural plant compounds that help you regulate your ghrelin, like green tea, dark leafy greens, and berries. Ghrelin is the hormone in your body that signals when you are hungry. A lot of times people are running to the kitchen and running to go eat when in reality they're just thirsty. Because the ghrelin's all messed up. The signaling pathways is crazy. They don't know how their body should respond. They don't know what real hunger feels like. I recommend people all at least, I would say every few weeks or once a week, go on at least a 24-hour fast or a 36-hour fast. You'll know how it truly feels to really let your body reset, let your food digest, clean out your small intestine. You can even have a little bit of lemon water with some cayenne and clear yourself out. You don't want to have a whole bunch of food in your system all the time. Sometimes you want to clean out the system, clean house. And when you do that on a plant-based diet, you're going to feel a lot more satiated. You're going to feel good. When you come back to eating your healthy, vibrant, colorful, plant-based foods, you're going to feel a lot better. So, Legacy Wellness Tribe, keep eating the way that you're eating with the plant-based foods. It's a great food. Don't ever go back to a ketogenic diet. Carnivore diets, like, it's not what it's worked up to be. I've tried that even in the season of my life. I tried eating all meats, and I felt like the worst I've ever felt. I felt a little more lethargic. I felt like my skin was off. I was breaking out. I was getting like puss bumps on my back. It was just a lot of just weird things going on, and it was a direct correlation to my diet. Because when I'm eating better and I'm feeling better and I'm having these physiological I would say jumps of superhuman like changes, I can tell it's because of my food. Like, when my energy just surges because I'm taking the right supplements and I'm eating well, it's because of how I'm fueling my body. It's not because I'm just filling it for no reason. It's like we have to take care of our vessel. I believe that how you take care of your vessel is going to allow you to leave a legacy. You can't do that if you're filling it with a bunch of meat nonstop and terrible meats that are injected, and you want to stay away from that. But hopefully this video was helpful. If you've been I've seen people really always jump to both extremes. So people that are always, I was just looking at a guy's video today. He was talking about, I used to detest the plant-based and vegan diet, but now he's vegan. He has the most energy he ever had. He feels better. Things are better for him. And I don't know why anybody would detest the plant-based diet. I think that they're just not doing it right. If you call me and ask me to help you out, I promise you do it the right way. If you grab my ebook, I promise you you'll feel good. The only people that detest the diet have no understanding of how to structure the meals the right way to get the best benefit out of the foods that they're eating. But when you are having a structured plant-based diet and you are feeling good every single day, it's going to be the best thing that you can do for your body. I promise you'll heal better, you'll have more energy, and you'll lose that excess body fat. But if you're having a hard time getting your body composition to where you want it to be, make sure you grab my plant-based ebook. It's only going to be up for a limited amount of time, and I'm going to be dropping my community really soon, but I'm trying to grow. I just want to help. I want to serve. I'm passionate about this. I'm passionate about eating. I'm passionate about food, passionate about working out. and healing, man. Like, I've been on my own journey, still on my own journey, still growing. I want you guys to grow with me, and let's all just get better. We want to get bigger and stronger as we're eating plants, because the world tells us that we can't, but we actually can. But we got to start with the little things and don't get so caught up in the hype that the keto diet is better, because it's not. But yeah, you can cycle on and off of it if you are plant-based and just do it, for a limited amount of time, but long-term, absolutely not. Our body functions on carbohydrates. Everyone says, yeah, we need to be ketogenic, we need to operate on ketones. Why would we operate on a secondary substrate when our body's preference is operating on sugar? Make that make sense. I've seen all the studies, I've seen everything. Long-term, people that go ketogenic, once they come back to carbs, their blood sugar and A1C is out of control because they no longer can balance eating those carbohydrates from going without it for so long. I want to be metabolically flexible to where I can eat fats if I want, I can eat carbohydrates, so I never stick to just a keto diet. Like, no, that's not it. So stay away from that, especially if you have meats and you're eating eggs and butter and cheese and all these different things. Don't believe the hype. It is literally going to give you that visceral fat. It's going to make you feel worse. So stick to the plant-based diet. And Legacy Wellness Team, I appreciate you guys for just being the best version of you, growing and just rocking with me, man. So thank you guys, and I'll see you on the next one.